Hello, CHRISTUS family. Welcome to another edition of the CHRISTUS Moment, presenting Our Lady of Guadalupe. Over the past few months, as we have faced the changing realities in our world and society, many have turned to prayer, asking for God to be with us in the light and dark moments we encounter daily. Although, like many of you, I have not been able to see my family, I have been thankful for the faith and spirituality they instilled in me that has allowed me to remain connected to them, centered and faithful, knowing that God always finds a way to bring light into our lives. A key element of the spirituality of my family and the millions of Latinos around the world is centered around Our Lady of Guadalupe, also known as the patroness of the Americas. In the Catholic faith tradition, it is believed that Our Lady of Guadalupe appeared in December of 1531 in Mexico on the hill of the Tepeyac to a widowed indigenous man named Juan Diego. Appearing as an indigenous woman surrounded in rays of sun and dressed in a turquoise mantle with stars symbolizing she was from the heavens, she proclaimed the love of God to Juan Diego at a time when he had experienced great loss, illness within his family, and the tensions in his community between indigenous and Catholic faith traditions. In these encounters, Our Lady of Guadalupe proclaimed she was the Mother of God and that she would show and offer all of her love, help, and protection to her people. She called on Juan Diego to help share the sacred message, and although he wasn't sure of himself, he persevered and eventually reached church authorities. As we are reminded time and time again in history, sometimes you have to repeat the message several times to convince people. Although the church authorities doubted his story, through God's grace, he was able to provide undeniable truth about Our Lady's apparition through the miracle of blooming Castilian roses that were not native to the area and would not have been able to grow in the winter weather conditions. This miracle helped to bring a sense of hope and unity in a time of struggle. The two communities found a common ground on which to build from. Our Lady of Guadalupe's promise to care for her people is something that millions of Latinos around the world carry in their heart and continue to share throughout many generations. Until this day, she remains a powerful symbol of Latino identity and faith, and her image is associated with everything from motherhood to feminism to social justice. I can recall so many times as I was growing up when my family faced a difficult problem and felt that hope was lost. My mother would always gather us together to pray and ask for Our Lady of Guadalupe's intercession to bring peace and clarity into our lives. As an immigrant family adjusting to new realities, we did this multiple times. She always came through for us and allowed us to see a way when everything seemed dark. I continue this tradition today with my own family, placing her image prominently at the entrance of our home and in my children's bedrooms. There have been moments of fear over the past few months where we have needed clarity. And I must say, there has also been moments of joy. I have gathered my family and have shared the words she proclaimed to Juan Diego that day in 1531. Hear me and understand well that nothing should frighten or grieve you. Let not your heart be disturbed. Do not fear sickness nor any other anguish. Am I not here, who is your mother? Are you not under my protection? Am I not your health? Are you not happily within my fold? What else do you wish? Do not grieve nor be disturbed by anything. Christus family, in moments of distress, I invite you to reflect on your own family faith and spiritual traditions. Whatever they may be, they help to bring God's presence and love into our lives and connect us with something greater than ourselves. Most importantly, remember to take time to share these traditions with your own family and loved ones, and maybe even some of your fellow associates. Let us renew our faith and trust in God, for we know He often sends angels and saints into our lives to embrace us when we need it most. So, as we face the days ahead, Christus, let our hearts not be troubled or be in despair. Let joy rest in our hearts, for we are loved and always in God's tender care. May our loving God be with you always, now and forever. Until next time, Christus family, this has been the Christus Moment. Blessings on your day.